Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my side of the world. Okay, my name is El Diate. I am the Master Self Coach, and I'm here to guide you along mastering yourself. Okay, you are the master of your own mind, your reality. And I love to ask people this. I love to ask people, are you aware that you're creating your own reality? Most people will tell me no. I'll say about 70% will say no. 70% will tell me no. And here's the catch 22. You know that you're creating your own reality. You just are not consciously aware that you are creating your own reality. But the fun thing about life is that we're all source. We're all source, experience, and self. So because we're all source, experience, and self, we created this. We created all of this. We're just in different expressions of ourself. That's it. We're all one big, infinite, intelligent chord. One big, infinite, intelligent tapestry. We are all one, but we have different parts, characters. That's why Shakespeare, I think, said, life is a stage. It's just a play. It really is. That's why we're creating our own reality, because you don't know, but you know. But once you consciously know, airbender, okay, once you consciously know that you're controlling this, once you consciously know that it's all how you feel, right? Your environment, your internal state of being in your environment, they play with each other basically. So if you are in a toxic environment, what happens? That keeps you in fight, or freeze. I grew up in a toxic childhood. I, lived in a Christian cult. I was SA from 3 until 13 years old. So that can give you an idea, right? If you've experienced your own childhood traumas, you already know how your body is around these people, right? Holidays, right? It's the holidays right now. Christmas is next week. So you already know how your body gets around seeing the weird Uncle Ben. Like, you feel me? Like, you already know, or your parents who are toxic, you know how you feel. That's the same exact thing of putting yourself in an environment where you feel good. Why do you think you have to suffer? Today's live is really just going to be a little deep dive on why cutting is thriving. That's what I teach. Cut and thrive. So why do you think you have to suffer? I'm going to tell you why. Because we were programmed that way during our early developmental stages. Believing in God, believing in Jesus, this is a arrested state of developmental consciousness. And we're taught about a sky daddy. We're taught about someone carrying the burden, carrying the cross, right? So if you're suffering, someone always going to remind you, well, Jesus had it harder. So that's why that's why people think there's someone outside of you who's pulling the strings when there's no one out. This is not a WWE match. There is not angels and demons fighting. Like, again, you have to come. We're all children. It's okay to be childlike. But a childlike consciousness, see, having childlike creativity and expression and joy, that stays with you. But you have to become an adult now and realize that this is a storytelling. This is a false narrative. It's like believing in Santa. It's like the fucking tooth fairy. Did the tooth fairy really come and put money under your pillow for your teeth, or was that mommy and daddy? It was mommy and daddy. Santa Claus. Is it really some big old man in the sky coming to bring you gifts? Once you are able to use your own cognitive awareness, once you're able to actually think for yourself, you can clearly see, doesn't Jesus and God and the devil, doesn't that sound like the tooth fairy, Santa Claus? Isn't that similar? Hello, wake up. You already know this. I'm only here for those. Thank you for coming through, like in the live. Appreciate that. Oh, one like. Come on, y'all. Come on through. If this is resonating with you, go ahead. Drop your comments. You're in a room with a master teacher. So you can ask me any question you have, because I know I evoke things in people. And don't be shy to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. This is your time. Even for those on YouTube, because this will be on YouTube. Drop your comments below. This is what I love to do. I love to give from my overflow and pouring of knowing myself. I can only give you what I have. I can't give you what I don't have, but baby,
Oh, okay, okay.
I love. Thank you, Rikia. Sake it. I appreciate you. Gratitude. Yes. Come on through, y'all. Ask y'all questions. I just posted a video. I'm going to keep it really on. If you consider yourself, actually, the title of this live on YouTube is going to be, if you consider yourself a chosen one, if you consider yourself black sheep, the scapegoat, right? Going no contact. I have 5 years no contact from my family of origin. I have 5 years. I have created my own family, but I have 5 years. You can heal. I'm here to tell you that you can heal. Healing is not this lifelong journey. People say, I'm on a healing journey. That sounds boring. That sounds very depressing. Okay, there are 50, 60-year-olds still talking about I'm healing from childhood trauma. Are you serious? Like, I'm here to tell you, healing is a mechanism to get your body back in homeostasis. So why would it take you years to heal? When you get a cut, look, let me show you right here. My puppy just cut me, scratched me the other day. It's healing already. So you telling me that the body can heal itself, right? I had a little pimple, all that. So you telling me our body can begin to heal itself immediately. But something that happened traumatic or emotional pulls or whatever, you telling me that takes years? You telling me that, oh no. Listen, I was essayed from 3 until 13 years old, right? I could gladly use that excuse, right? Oh, I was abused. That's why I'm like this. I'm here to tell you, once you become a grown adult, once you're out here paying bills, this is why my book is Monetize a Mind That's Colonized, y'all. Watch Prosperity Unwind. I love money conversations. I can talk to you about your trauma, sure, but we're not going to stay there. Because bills, hello, you have responsibilities. Do you have children? Do you want children? You have bills. Money is not a bad thing. But when we focus on the family, right? That was me. I once did that. I once made, this is my new page. I had a TikTok page that reached over 10K because I would talk about what? The narcissist. Every time you point a finger, look, 3 is pointing back. Every time you point and say, this person did this to me, this person harmed me, you're blaming. You're taking away your own power. You are a thing. That's right, y'all. Get y'all daily heart me. I appreciate that, real ones. I was going to say it, but you beat me to it. That's right, Leia. Let's go, Leia. Get your daily heart me, y'all. Make sure you get it so you can stay in contact when you know I go live. Okay, my book is available. Link is in my bio. If you see this video on YouTube, all you have to do is click my information in my bio, click my link tree, and you will see everything I have to offer. If you would like a one-on-one with me, you do have to fill out an application. Everything will be linked. But this is why I wrote my book. This book is my baby. It's an easy read, but this is my life. I put my life into an easy, digestible read for you. To what? Monetize a mind that's colonized. Colonization is not just physical. It's your mind. So when you talk about childhood trauma, when you talk about it, yes, you have to release. You actually have to go through the layer of trauma dumping. You actually have to trauma bond in order to get out the bond. You have to, because you have to be validated until you have the awareness. Now, once you have the awareness, it becomes an ick. It becomes an ick. You no longer want to show up in the world as, I'm the chosen one. I'm the black sheep. I was abused, right? You need to do it for a season. But if you're hearing me right now, you're now going into your season of success. Success is different than trauma dumping. Success is different than blaming. Success is not equivalent to someone saying, why me? Woe me. Why did this happen to me? Successful people don't do that because successful people are aware that they're creating their own reality. That's why I asked you, do you know you're creating your own reality? 70% of the people I ask that to will tell me, no. I mean, about 20% who will say, yeah, I know. And out that 10% may have just heard it, came into awareness of it. But the thing is, all of you know you're creating your own reality. Every single last one of you know you're creating your own reality. You just don't know that you know. But when you know, when you consciously know, you're the airbender. You bend everything into your what? Your favor. Words are shaping what you experience. The words you use, the words that you are constantly saying, I can, I won't, whatever. You say you will, you will. If you say you can't, you can't. Whatever you speak over yourself is what you're commanding your brain. This is not about, I grew up in a cult, y'all. I get it. When you grow up in a cult and Jesus and God, it kind of makes you look at life differently. But your brain, your bodily functions, there is no God or devil telling your digestive system to go ahead and digest that food. Okay? There is no God and devil telling your lungs to go ahead and breathe in that air. Telling your white blood cells, your immunity to keep you healthy and alive. So you have to come out of the arrested state of childlike consciousness that thinks that someone outside of you is controlling what you experience. Someone outside of you doesn't want you to have it yet. God's timing, right? You have to wait for God. You can't wait. In this life, you keep waiting, you're going to keep on waiting. You have to take it. How do you take it? How do you take it? Do you know how to take what you want? If you know how to take what you want, drop a 1 for me below. Drop a 1 if you know how to take what you want. Do you know how to take it? Because if you wait around for someone to give it to you, if you wait for heaven, right? When I die, I'm going to go to heaven. I lived a hard life, but when I die, I'm going to heaven. Like Reverend Ike say, you're going to be tired by then. Heaven, I made it. Yay. Heaven is a state of mind. I don't see any ones. I'm going to tell you how you take it. Everything you desire to have is a dimension. It's all in front of you. This is why animals, use a hawk. A hawk can be, fucking 50 feet in the air. I'm probably using the wrong number. But a hawk can be flying high above in the air, and they have A1 vision where they can see their prey from high above and swoop down and grab that shit. Just like animals, it's your senses. We are in an animal body, though. We are in an animal body. We ain't no better than the animals. The only betterness of us is that we get to consciously choose. We get to constantly choose what we're going to eat, where we're going to go, where we're going to move. We're not trees. But just like you have senses, It's the same thing as the dimensions. You may not be able to see it, but you can feel it. Just like vibes. You can feel vibes. That's why y'all here right now. You feel my vibe. And if you are real one, I want to see you double tap that live for me, y'all. If I'm feeding your soul right now, all I ask is that you reciprocate the energy. Double tap the live for me. Share the live for me. Because y'all could be anywhere at 7:54? It's 6:54. No, 7:50. It's 7:54 on a Friday. You could be anywhere right now, right? But you're on here getting information from a master teacher. That says a lot about yourself, and damn sure it says a lot about me. So if you're on here right now to ascend, this is higher awareness. This is wealth. This is wealth building. So share the live for me. Double tap the screen for me. I appreciate the gifts. Any gifts that y'all send, I appreciate all support, because that's how we co-create together. Just like the dimension you want to be in, this is how you enter into that dimension. I didn't become a master and successful just by watching in the shadows. I aligned with that dimension. It's all in front of you. You have to become it. How did I become it? I made sure I invested into myself. That means I'm going to put myself around people who are living what I desire to live. Why would I hang out with somebody who's gossiping, drama, always fucking, I ain't got no money to pay my bills? Why would I put myself around stagnant, lack energy? No, I purposely removed myself. I put myself around successful people. So just like this live, when I would see people lives, when I was going through my awakening, and I don't like spirituality no more like that. I don't like the word, but I do have something in my book called Spiritual EMDR that will help you, right? But I don't consider myself a spiritual being. I'm a master of self. However, when I first started my spiritual journey, what happened? There were people teaching, saying things that I knew, okay, wait, this is resonating with me. I may not know exactly what they're saying, right? Because I'm coming out of the being programmed. I'm coming out of thinking that Jesus is going to save me. I'm coming out of thinking that, oh, if I sin, I'm going to go to hell. So when I hear someone talking about, oh, you're creating your reality, or whatever it may have been along that journey, what did I do? I tuned in. I liked the live. I shared the live. I gift the live. Whoever that was. I don't consume many people, but the ones who have helped me, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, Deep Diver, let's go. I showed that love because it's a reciprocation. You're pouring into me. I'm pouring into you. That's how you create your desired reality. You have to become it, which I talk about in my book, The Coagulation Law. You cannot just believe. It's one thing to have the belief, oh, I'm successful. You can believe that all day, but what are you doing? What are you actually doing to become successful? That means your habits, your thoughts, your emotions, what you feel, you should feel success. So there's a cognitive dissonance if you focus on the narcissist, right? Like that's what I did, right? I would do that. Narc content. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure y'all smash that like. Okay, let's get the like up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Let's get it up to about 2K, y'all. We got 2 people in the building. How do you think I became who I am? Sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You get sick and tired of constantly, okay, we know the narcissist, we know what they do. Guess what? Everybody's a narcissist. Here's a spoiler alert. Everyone's a narcissist because it's human nature. It's human nature. It's a spectrum. And the more you point and blame and say someone is this way, someone is evil, oh, they're going to get their new supply. Why do you care? Why do you care what other people are doing in their life? I'm here to awaken you. I'm here to encourage you to step into a higher state of consciousness so that way you can intentionally create what you desire to have. That's why my framework is all about cutting and thriving, monetizing a colonized mind. You cannot become successful if you keep ruminating and being the victim. If you see yourself as a victim, you're going to experience more victimhood. That's just what it is. You only can attract what you are. It's a dimension. It's a frequency. Every choice you make, when you make a choice, and depending on your mindset, that is exactly the outcome you will have. So let's say you make the choice to say, I'm going to eat healthy, and your mindset, right, the energy you're holding around this choice is for your greater good. You actually want that. But let's say you make a choice, I'm going to eat healthy, but your mindset is rooted in how other people see you. Someone else said you were fat. I was 210 pounds. I lost 75 pounds, so I can use that. Are you losing weight? Are you eating healthy because of someone else? Think of the mindset. The dimension you enter into will be a frequency of how your mindset is operating on. If you say, I'm going to eat healthy because I want to, I love myself, I love my body, I'm going to do it for me, you're going to get a different result versus the person who says, I'm going to eat healthy, I just want this person to like me, I just want people to like me, I want to look a certain kind of way to make him happy, whatever. If you're doing it for someone else, you get a different result because you don't have the identity. It's not you. It's not your authenticity. You must be authentic to yourself. So when you ruminate on what your parents or family have done to you, you are in a sense being authentic. Express that shit. Get that shit up out of you. But here's your confirmation. Nothing happens by coincidence. You're not seeing this video just by random. You're seeing this video because now it's time to lay that down. It's time to ascend higher. It's time to stop pointing the finger and actually point it back at yourself and say, I hold the same power this person holds, because you're telling a story. So when you say this monster, they're a big monster, huh? All you're doing is making them bigger, to be honest. The more you keep on saying what people have done to you, that's not success. I'm talking to a successful person who is indeed a millionaire, a fucking billionaire. You are not going to obtain that wealth. Freedom of your time, freedom of your calendar, freedom to get up and say, I'm going here, I'm doing this. Oh, next week, actually, I decided today I'm just going to pop up and take me a beach trip. I'm going to find me a flight right now and I'm out this hoe right now. That's freedom. That is freedom. How will you obtain that freedom if your prefrontal cortex is not locked into the identity, that dimension? You're in your amygdala. You're in your alarm system of your brain that's scanning for danger. I can't trust nobody. Right? I can't trust nobody. All men are narcissists. Everybody's bad. You're telling yourself. The story you tell yourself is what you experience. You're telling yourself, I have to be on high alert. You're telling yourself people are no good. If you are hearing me right now, you're meant to be successful. That means that people are a part of your success. You do not become successful just on your own, just by having the thought alone. That's why my book, The Coagulation Law, in this book will help you. You can't just have the belief, I'm successful. I'm successful. Okay, great. What else are you going to do? That's like believing your car is going to last you 10 years. My car, I have the belief my car is going to last me 10 years. But you're not getting an oil change. You're not getting your tires changed. You're not getting the engine oil, the check, whatever. You're not keeping up with the rotors, changing the brakes. So you think your car going to last 10 years without you doing any maintenance? This is resources. This is a part of my coagulation law. You must utilize the resources in your environment. This is a game. You may not see it when you're in pain, right? When you're in pain, it's more so, I didn't create this. I didn't do this. Why am I experiencing this? But that right there is your sign that you're meant for more, because you're aware of what you're going through and you don't like it. You know how many people are aware that my mom's toxic, but that's my mom. I only get one mom. I'ma stick beside her. You know how many people are aware that they're going through toxicity at work? They're being I don't want to say SA, but sexually assaulted at work, but they just deal with it, right? Because I got a good job. So what, my boss make little passes at me and it makes me feel very uncomfortable, but I got a good job. I'm going to stick beside it. I'm going to stick beside it. You know how many people will stick beside it? Not you, though. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. You're not the type that's going to stick beside it. You're not the type that's going to keep on going with the flow. You're the type that will get up and flip the fucking table and not give a damn who feel what about it. Yep, I flipped it and what. And I will tell you I did it. I'm not gonna throw a rock and hide. I'm gonna throw it and you're gonna see I threw it. That's who I'm talking to. That's sovereignty. That's a success that can't be bought. When you don't give a fuck about what anybody has to say, think, feel about you, oh baby, the sky is the limit, because you can't be controlled. You can't be controlled. You can't be tamed. You can't be lied to. You can't be programmed. You were programmed once to honor and obey. I know I was. If that was you, drop a 1 in the comments, y'all. We got it up to 1.2K likes. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Remember, normally I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. But I will hop on. If I can't stick to those times, I will hop on whenever I can. That's why it's very encouraging for you to follow me, right? Check out all my socials so that way you can stay in touch and you can get the energy that you need to ascend higher. That's how you ascend. You have to siphon whoever has something you want. You got to siphon that shit. You got to take it. And we're giving it to you. That's what successful people do. We give it to you. We have no problem because we're overpouring. So I'm giving it to you. What you going to do? You better take it. What you going to do with it? It's only up to you to reprogram yourself. It's up to you to read. Reading, writing, and speaking is how you change your reality. It's how you become that dimension. The dimension is the reality you're craving. That lover you want is right in front of you. You're not creating anything. All you do is align. You align to it. You're an alignment. You're either in alignment to toxicity or you're in alignment to prosperity. But that's all we're doing. We align to it. How do you align to it? You coagulate to it. You have to be it. You have to use your resources. You have to be up in it. I'm talking about up in it, okay? You got to be in it, not caring what nobody say. When I lost 75 pounds, don't you think people say, oh, you're big, oh, you this, oh, do. And then what happened when I lost the weight? Oh, I lost the weight. And people still going to say, oh, you're skinny. Oh, my God, you lost too much weight. People going to say whatever they want. You have to know in your mind, I'm her, I'm him. I don't care what you, him, or her say. That's sovereignty. And you get what you want, not what somebody else deems you to have. People will tell you the limits that they want you to go. Are you want to take that? Let me give you another example. I went to school to be a therapist. I loved my job. I loved doing it, right? But it was a job. It was just over broke, not joy over boredom, in the words of Infinite Waters Ralph Smart. So because I got my master's degree, graduated summa cum laude, one of my close relatives, well, my friend, I consider her now my family, but she's a lot older than me. And she told me, oh my God, I want you to work for the government. I want you to get a government job that will secure you. What? If I allow somebody else to put their limitations on me, that's exactly what I would have. The average American is making $60K a year. That's $3K to $5K a month. You're telling me all you see in me is for me to make $3 to $5K a month? How I can make $3 to $5K a day? Why would I make $3 to $5K a month when I have unlimited opportunities? People will tell you where they see your limitation to be, which is their own limitation. They're pushing onto you their own limitation. People think when you get a good government job, and I had a good job too before I quit. I haven't worked for anybody in over a year, working on my own business and helping those ascend through coaching. But before I stepped into this full time, I had the good job, right? Quote unquote. It's not good to me, but it's good to somebody else who has an employee mindset. 401k, benefits, okay, paid holidays, paid time off, sick time, personal time. Oh my God. And it's work from home. That is a burnout. 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. The government, see, you're not even making, they say you make $60K a year. That's a lie. You getting more like $20K a year after taxes, after you pay your bills, after the fact that you have to also, if you work in the office, you have to factor in your lunch money. You have like all these things, lunch money, transportation, all these things. If you work from home, you still have to what? Buy the Wi-Fi. Buy the whole setup. You need a nice comfortable chair. You have to be comfortable. You have to pay for your comfortability. Therefore, you're not getting $60K a year. You're not getting $5K a month. You're not even getting $3K a month. After you're done working like a slave, because colonization is not physical, it's mental. After you're mentally done working like a slave, guess what? You're exhausted. The cycle repeats itself. You can't wait for Friday. So I'm saying all this because going back to being a black sheep, going back to the chosen ones, right? Oh my God, all these bad things happen because I'm chosen. Everybody's chosen. We're all alive. But these type of mindsets can keep one thinking that it's a cognitive dissonance, right? Because they want you to think you're superior in a way because you're the nice one out your family, right? You're the one out the family that they all attacked. But in the same breath, they're keeping you in a loop by keep reinforcing to you that you are the scapegoat. You are the black sheep. Your mother and father are jealous of you. What does that, where do you get money? How does that pay your bills? I'm just saying. How does knowing more about a narcissist, how is that actually going to pay your bills? Fuck paying your bills. How is that going to get you to a place where your bills come out on auto pay and it doesn't even affect your day? You're not like, oh my God, I only got $1,000 left in my account. And if I pay this, no. Like, how does that get you freedom? Like, I'm just here to be real with you. Ruminating, keeping that loop, keeping that cycle. I have 5 years no contact. Going back again, healing does not take years. Healing starts now. You can decree right now, I am healed, because your words are demanding to your mind, your brain, what you are. You are what you say you are. If you say you are healed, what's next? That's a dimension. Now you operate as that such dimension. What does that version of you in that dimension, what does he or she do? What does he or she say? How do they speak to themselves? What are the conversations you have with yourself? That success, you think that the pain from your family is the worst pain ever? No. The pain the hardest pain you will ever go through is being successful. That's the hardest pain. And it's not because it's not available to you. It's because it was not taught to you. Nobody taught me how to become an author. First of all, before I even became an entrepreneur, I did it the way the world tells you. I did go to college. I'm not going to say it was a waste of my time because I had fun, but school is definitely a waste of time if you already know if I already knew who I was now back then, I would never have went to college, to be honest. But school was fun. But think about that. Think about the time that you put, the time that you're putting into these other systems, because that's what it is. College is a system. Being an employee is a system. Money is a part of life. You have to have money. That's an exchange. So if you are in a state of woe's me, why's me, or hustle, living check to check, when do you actually create your own system? When do you act? Because heal equals system. Heal equals whole. Success will be the pain you feel more than a fucking family member. Your mom, your dad, your toxic cousin, they don't have your retirement plan, my love. I'm talking to grown adults. They're not preparing your retirement plan. You can keep talking about mommy and daddy all day and still go clock in. Still clocking in, still consuming content that's reminding you, yeah, the narcissist, he has a new supply. Your twin flame is waiting for you. How does that get you financially free? I'm talking to that consciousness. You are a billionaire. I'm not talking to the people who want to be the workers. We all need somebody. The business owners need employees, right? But it's all how you treat your employees too. That's a whole nother topic. But for you listening to me, you're not meant to be an employee. I'm going to keep telling you that. You're not meant to go clock in and be told what to do from unhealed people. Like, that's why you're in that loop. You're working with unhealed people. You haven't decided, you haven't declared that you're healed. So you still think, I'm on my healing journey. I'm doing shadow work. Do you think shadow work is going to ever take away your human nature? Again, everybody's a fucking narcissist because everybody wants what they want. Even the most nicest person, right? Let's take the nurse. Oh, I love to save and help people. You just want people to see you as that. That's it. That's what you feel, and you want others to validate that. No matter how good of the deed is, you're a good person because you feel like you are. That means that's selfish. Everyone's selfish. Hello? Ain't nobody out here really unselfish. Even the people pleasers, they're being a people pleaser so that way you can like them. I'm a give you my laugh. You call me at 3 a.m. I'm going to jump up and come get you because you said, oh, I'm stranded. Can you please come pick me up? I know you're sleeping, but can you get up? Sure, I'll come. I just want love. I just want you to like me. But once you stop seeking for validation, once you stop doing that, you look at the road of success. Baby, I got some work to do. Success is not given to you. You have to actually embody it. No one taught me how to become an author. Like I said before that, no one taught me how to go to college. I didn't see anybody graduate college, summa cum laude, all A's, okay, very intelligent. I didn't see that. I grew up in a cult. I was actually homeschooled. I was not socialized. I didn't even know I was this intelligent until I went to college, to be honest. So no one taught how to have multiple streams of income. Nobody taught me that. So don't you think that's something you have to now embody? Of course you can start with YouTube videos. Of course. There's so much free information out here. But when you can work with someone who has already done all the noise, that gets you the results faster. So yeah, I learned some things on my own, but and then I said, let me seek out the masters. Let me actually get coached by the masters. Myron Golden is one of my coaches, and he changed my whole life. So ruminating on what mommy and daddy did versus ruminating, because you can ruminate in a positive or a negative. You can be in a loop. You can be in a loop of discomfort, or you can be in a loop of pleasure, constantly being pleased, back to back to back. So let me ruminate, let me consume, let me siphon, let me take the energy of the person I see that's living the life. You know who the fuck is free. You can look and tell and read their energy. So I'd rather listen to you. I'd rather consume you. I'd rather sit in your container. We all hold containers. Do you want to sit in a container of you're the chosen one, black sheep, narcissist? You're not clicking on your prefrontal cortex to create your new identity. You're staying in your amygdala. You're staying riled up. You're staying constantly getting re-victimized, re-triggered at whatever was done to you, right? And whatever was done to you, it was for a purpose, because pain, inside of pain is attunement. Attunement is a payment. You are to be paid for your pain. You're a character. Words are shaping your reality. So if you experience pain, you are to be paid for it, because that turns into wisdom. You have a gift. Whatever you've gone through is your gift. My gift is healing from a 10 out of 10 ACEs score. I had a 10 out of 10 ACEs score. Okay? Childhood trauma is equivalent to veteran PTSD. It's all neurological. If I can rewire my mind, what do you think you can do? That's my gift. My gift is that I'm healed. I'm whole. I get to own that. I get to embrace that. It feels good to feel good. It feels good to feel good. It doesn't feel good to be upset. Do you not know, oh my God, years ago, the holidays would trigger me so fucking bad. Like, it would trigger me so bad because it's this idea of family and love. And I'm like, well, you know, my egg and my sperm donor, they're monsters. I hate the holidays. I used to hate it. Now it's fun. I'm having fun because I have my own family. Because I took my mindset and I flipped it. You get to choose which side of the equation you focus on. Bad things are going to happen in the world because Source don't see good or bad. Source doesn't care about good or bad. Thank y'all for coming through like in a live period. I see y'all. I'm about to actually get off in a minute, but drop y'all comments, okay? Let me know if you have any comments before I end this live, okay? Source, you look so good. I love your beads and everything. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate you, beautiful. Oh, I see you. Listen, Source does not care if you are good or bad. That's subjective to us. That's how we navigate our reality, right? I was SA from 3 until 13 years old. So as a grown woman, no, I would not allow my daughter, my child, to be around a perv. No. I wouldn't allow some random man to be around my kid. You get what I'm saying? What you experience builds up your morality. But your morality is subjective to someone else. Because there are parents who are going to what? Allow things to happen to their children. That doesn't mean that you have to focus on all the bad things in the world. You can't change that. Source is going to express every variety, no matter how dark, no matter how disgusting, right, we may think it is, right? We're all one. That's why every time you point a finger, 3 is pointing back at you. Every time you say this person did this to you, you're making them bigger in your story. When you can become the biggest in your story, why would I let somebody else be bigger in my own story? I'm the main character. You got me chopped. You got me chopped and screwed. Okay, y'all, that was the live for today. Remember, I'm going to post this on YouTube too. I don't see any comments, but I do see Sky. Thank you, Sky, for your comment. Every time y'all drop a comment, every time y'all share, we got 11 shares. Let me clap it up. Appreciate the shares, y'all. We have 1.5K likes. I did just get restricted. I'm not sure why, but we only had 36 views, but that's okay. For the 3 people who came through, who showed love, you are showing the algorithm to push this content to those who think like you and me. I'm only here for you and me. That's it. So thank y'all. Y'all know I always tell y'all, have a good night. Yes, you have an even better, amazing night. Y'all know I tell y'all to stay rich, stay wet, and stay dangerous, okay? I'm out, y'all. Peace, love, and darkness. I will see y'all soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned for more content, okay? Bye.